Welcome to Snacks Weekly on Data Science. This podcast is all about making data science and machine learning knowledge accessible and less intimidating. Today, we are going to talk about ads delivery. This topic is based on a tech blog with the title Accelerating Advertising Optimization, Unleashing the Power of Ads Simulation, written by the applied scientist from Uber. You can find the link to the blog in this episode description for your reference. Throughout this episode, we'll dissect the topic from both business and data science angles. Now let's dive in. On the business side, let's take a look at the problem to be solved. UberEats is a food delivery platform that enables users to order food from local restaurants and have it delivered to their location. UberEats advertising refers to the set of advertising and promotional tools offered by UberEats. It is primarily designed for restaurants and food businesses to increase their visibility and sales on the UberEats platform. This advertising service is becoming increasingly popular among restaurants and food businesses. Restaurants can opt for promoted listings to gain prime visibility. For example, if I were to open a new milk tea store and wanted to attract more customers through the Uber Eats app, I may want to pay for the advertising service. In this way, people nearby searching for milk tea would likely to see my product at the top. The ad platform allows advertisers to set and adjust their advertising budgets, customize campaign criteria, and track effectiveness in real time. Meanwhile, the platform uses sophisticated algorithms to display ads to users likely to be interested in the offerings, making the ads more effective, so that this can get more clicks from their boosted ads posts. This, in turn, will demonstrate effectiveness for advertisers and attracts more advertisers to increase their budget. This budget spending increase will translate into Uber Eats advertising business revenue. The advertising service is an increasingly important revenue source for Uber Eats as well, supported by a sizable team dedicated to its operation and improvement. Speaking about improvement, wherever there is a product change on the platform side, it is important to leverage A/B testing to understand its effectiveness. However, running real experiments is usually more costly and takes much more effort to be implemented. Sometimes it may even be impossible. For example, when it comes to recommending potential actions for advertisers, such as encouraging them to increase or shift their budget in a certain regime. It is impossible to run experiments ahead of time without the advertiser's approval. This is the reason the team developed this ad simulation system to enable better offline exploration of those potential platform improvements and product changes. Now that we've understood the business problem to solve, let's shift gear and dive into the technology side to see what is the solution. The team built an ad simulation system. This system replicates the ad auction and bidding flow and generates outcomes from potential ad strategies that can mirror the dynamics of their actual ads marketplace. The overall architecture of this simulation consists of three parts: the input part, the core simulator part, and the output part. The input part of the simulator includes all the auction context, which contains a list of auctions, along with the bidders and user details. The bidders are all restaurants that are interested in bidding for the same impression. And the later stage ads simulator will use this list of information to replay auctions in order, simulate what the results would look like, and adjust the future auctions if necessary. The second part is the core simulator part. This is designed to accurately replicate the interactions of the entire marketplace in a production environment. It consists of three essential components. The first component of this core simulator is ad campaigns. Each ad campaign represents a real-world ad campaign from the production environment. Taking the previous example of my milk tea store, I am targeting anyone making the search for milk tea near San Francisco area, which could be one ad campaign referenced here. The second component is the auctioneer. It replicates the actual auction mechanism, which including eligible filterings, scoring, ranking, and pricing. The auctioneer is designed to be highly flexible to facilitate the testing and exploration of different auction mechanisms. Imagine that the more components can be integrated correctly into this auctioneer, the more accurate this simulator can reflect the reality. And also, the more benefit this simulator can be used to evaluate any what-if question, so that this can help with product changes. The third component is the user response simulator. This component simulates customer interactions with the winning ads. Because under any simulation, it is not possible to get a real user response. So this part takes a probabilistic approach and draws from predicted probabilities based on contextual information on selected actions. For example, predicting impression probabilities or click probabilities. As you can see, the better each prediction model is, the more accurate the whole simulation result would be. After looking through all the three components of the core simulator part, then the information flows through and the result is transferred into a logging module. This logging module is the output part. The logging module captures all simulation data so that scientists and engineers can further use this rich information and deliver valuable insights to ad strategists and marketplace dynamics. As you can see, the ad simulation system comprises many components. A key question is how the team can convince others to leverage this system for making important decisions. This is addressed through a series of case studies that compare the simulation results with actual A/B testing experimentation. If the results of the experimentation are largely captured or consistent with the simulation results, then this could boost the confidence for this tool to be broadly adopted. In this tech blog, two case studies are shared. The first one is about designing the optimal reserve price. And the second one is about identifying the best geographical regimes for allocating campaign budget. In both situations, the ads simulations results and recommendations have been further proven by the experiments to be optimal and consistent. Meanwhile, it is also not surprising that the ads simulations require a much less complexity and cost due to their simulation nature. These case studies prove that the ads simulation is an effective way to guide platform exploration and improvements. Now we have discussed both the business problem and technical solution. Let's wrap it up. In this episode, we discussed how the UberEats advertising team developed a powerful ad simulation tool to enable fast product exploration and improvements. We covered the high-level architecture design as well as case studies to prove its efficacy. If you like the content of this episode, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a 5-star review and leave a comment. Your feedback is very appreciated, and I'll see you next week.